Good morning, students of class 10th. In the previous video we have started our new chapter, that was development, and today we will be discussing about the features or the planning done by the government of India or different countries' government, that how they do planning to achieve the developmental goals of people living in their country. So let us understand today. Like in the previous video I have said, I have discussed about what is developmental goals, right? I discussed about developmental goals, and I said that developmental goals of every person can be different, and I had also taken example of Ram, that when he had to go through a forest, so the forest need to be cleared, and in the clearing of the forest there was a conflict between him and between the government and some NGOs, that who were saying that after cutting down of trees there will be environmental problem in that area, the biodiversity of that area will be disturbed. Okay, the eco balance will be disturbed in that area. So like we have understood that developmental goals lead to conflicts. So today we will be discussing that how the government takes decisions that the developmental programs should start, and the conflicts should be resolved, or there should be minimum conflicts, because as we know that whenever there will be developmental plans and there will be development, there will be some conflicts between the people. Some people might be getting disturbed with that development. Okay, so there will be conflicts within the area. So I have always said that in the previous video also I have quoted that there should be minimum conflicts, right? There should be minimum conflicts कम से कम होने चाहिए, and there should be grievances addressal, or their conflicts should be addressed. Means the people who are having problems with the developmental plans, their problems should be addressed. उनकी प्रॉब्लम कहीं ना कहीं सुननी चाहिए, should be addressed. Okay, their problem should be addressed and there should be minimum conflicts. Now let us understand that how the government of India do this. See, in the government of India previously there was a commission known as the Planning Commission, and after 2015 it is changed into Niti Aayog. Okay, first of all there was Planning Commission from 1950 to 2015, and in 2015 a new commission was formed, or the restructuring of the Planning Commission was done, and a new commission was formed, or a Aayog was formed, and its name was Niti Aayog. So now let us first of all understand that what is the full form of Niti Aayog. The Niti Aayog is an acronym. Niti is an acronym standing for National Institute of Transforming India. Okay, so it is the acronym for National Institute for Transforming India, that is Niti Aayog. And when Niti Aayog was formed, it was formed with the objective of making plans for the development of the nation. It was formed for making plans for the development of the nation's Niti Aayog. Okay, and national development to be done. So now let us understand that what is the definition of national development. National development is the sum total of the achievement of goals set by the government aimed to bring all out benefits to its population. You might not have understood that what I have said. National development is the sum total sum total of achievements of goal. Okay, achievements of goal set by the government for all round benefits to its population, for all round benefit of its population. He sum total of achievements of goal set by the government for overall benefit of its population. That is the definition of national development. It is the definition of national development. Okay, means first of all the government sets some goals, then it make plans to achieve those goals, then it after making the plans it execute those plans, means उन plans को फिर लागू करती है, and after execution of those plans the results are obtained and the development is done, and that development is called as national development. Okay, so sum total of the achievements of goal set by the government for overall all round benefit of its population. So it is national development. Now let us discuss that how national development is measured. Different countries, we say that there is a country named America, it is very developed. The European countries are developed. The Pakistan, our neighboring country, is not very developed, or it is developing at a slower rate than India. So now let us understand that how these developments are measured, or how can we say that that country is developed and the other one is not developed, or it is developing at a slower rate. So first of all, there are two basic parameters on which the development is measured. Okay, so the first and the foremost parameter on which the development is measured is the income of that nation, in short, to which we call as national income. National income is referred to as the sum total of the income of people in the country. Okay, so national income is the sum total of the income of people in the country. In a country there are people living, and when we add the sum total of their incomes, that how much income are they earning, then we say that it is the national income, or it is the income of the nation. So national income might be clear to you, sum total of the income of the people in the country. All the people living in the country, when we add the income of all those people in the country, then it is referred to as national income. And higher the national income, higher the country is said to be a developed country. What I said, that higher the national income, higher the country will be referred to as a developed country. Means if in India we are saying that our development is low, which means that our national income might be low. And when we say that in a developed nation like there is America, there is European countries like Britain and other countries, Russia is there. So we say that it is a developed country because its national income is high. Okay. On the other hand, there is another concept which is known as per capita income, and the formula of per capita income is very simple. It is national income divided by the population. Okay, the national income divided by the population means it will give us the average income of a person in a country. It is the average income. average income of a person in the country. It is the average income of a person in the country, and that is known as per capita income. And it is also the same for national income, like national income, that higher the national income, higher the country is said to be developed nation, and higher the per capita income, higher the country will be called as a developed nation. So if we are saying that a country is a developed nation or a developed country, so it might be having a high national income and a high per capita income. Okay students, I hope the concept of national income and per capita income and what is the meaning of national development might be clear to you. In the next video, we will discuss about what are the figures and the facts of national income and per capita income and how they are calculated and who calculate them. Okay, till then stay at your home, stay safe. Thank you.